Hello friends, I'm back on the 390 Enduro R. It's been a minute. I apologize about the wind noise if it's excessive. It is hard to not have that when you are riding at highway speeds on a dual sport with no wind protection. So today it is the Freeway test and maybe a top speed run if we're feeling frisky and can get down to Mexico today. So we're headed out to the freeway. It's like 3 miles up here, and we'll get on the freeway and ride for 10 miles or so and talk about how it does. It's been a minute since the 390 appeared. I've been very busy. Summertime is nuts. I did Colorado, the Colorado BDR. I'm leaving for Idaho next week, so it's going to be a minute probably before I get to the full 1,000-mile review, but I'm trying to get some content up for you in the interim. Here, let me show you how it passes cars. It'll be fun. So it's pretty good. It's way better, way more power than a 300 and pretty smooth. It feels really good. Like there we are going 80 already. All right, let's get on the freeway. It's first test, merging test. Still on the stock tires, which are better on the road than what I would put on it. All right, here we go. Really good acceleration, way better than a 300. It excels out here compared to the competitors, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, again, sorry about the wind noise. Not a lot I can do about it. Hopefully I don't have to dub this over, but let's just cruise. All right, so 75. Hold on, see if I can get it at 75, which I would call a normal cruising speed. We're at about 6,500, 6,800 RPMs. So the vibration is minimal, but it is there. This bike could really use cruise control. I know that's not really what it's for, but the Adventure has it, so is that something they can add with a software update? If they don't, I'm sure somebody like Viridian will make one. I put a cramp buster on it, which helps because the throttle is just tight, you gotta hold it. But in terms of just cruising down the freeway, it's very comfortable at 75. I mean, the engine has plenty of power. It's, you know, it's windy and it's vibrating. I can feel it in my feet and my butt and my hands, but it's not unbearable. You know, easy enough to do an hour or two. Let's go around this RV. The other thing about this bike that some people is a disadvantage off-road, but is actually helps on the road, is it's heavier. It's like 350 pounds, so I just don't get blown around like I do on the smaller dual sports, particularly the other KTMs, but even the Honda or the KLX. Being right here behind a semi with the buffeting coming off the truck, you'd be blowing all over the place. I'm pretty steady. You can see it on the front fender, but I'm not really moving. I'm cruising at 80, so it's comfortable. It does 80 just fine, and there's plenty of room to accelerate away if you have to. It's not fast, but if I downshift it is. So let's go to 75 and let me just show you. Yeah, so again, is it like throw your neck back power? No, but there's plenty more, so you can cruise at 75 and still pass if you need to, which is nice for a bike this size and this cheap. The biggest Achilles heel here is the fuel tank at 2.2 or something like that gallons. It's ridiculously small. This thing had a 3-gallon tank, it would be a whole different machine. I'm sure somebody will come out with one, but it just sucks that it doesn't have it. I really wish it had cruise control, but it is just a lot more stable than most of the other bikes it competes with here on the freeway. There's a cop right there. Let's see, it'd be cool to get pulled over in this video. That would be fantastic, really. That's why we don't do the top speed test out here. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, everybody got over and just like threw me to the wolves there. Not exactly cool. But look, you can see how stable it is because one-handing it is no problem here on the freeway. It's definitely working, but it's not like wrapped out, holy crap, I think it's gonna explode. It is at about 7,000 RPM, so. Obviously this is not its intended use. I'm just trying to demonstrate that it's capable of it and really just testing my theory that it might be a worthy successor to the DR650 with a bigger fuel tank. So otherwise this bike doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's just a really heavy dual sport, but it's pretty cheap. Let's see what it's like at 70. Yeah, at 70 or just over 6,000 RPMs, it's pretty comfortable. So like highway riding is great. Like if you just ride in back roads and stuff, this thing is actually a blast. It feels like a supermoto in the corners. It's not super wrapped out. You can downshift and like take off. I had no problem passing people and cruising when I went up the pass to get to the beginning of the Oregon BDR when I did it on this. So 70 miles an hour. Again, there's vibration. Like, if you're going to do a lot of highway, you'd probably want some flex bars or something to reduce that vibration. Let's get behind this semi, and then we'll try to do like a quick pass, just so I can show you what it looks like. Now that we're far from the top, theoretically. They're always sitting there, too. All right, we'll go down to 5th. You can see it's wrapped. It's pretty revved out in its 5th. I can feel a little side-to-side wind on my shoulders, but the bike isn't really moving at all. It's very stable. All right, let's pass this guy. See, if you downshift, it's there if you need it. It's there. It's a better bike on the freeway than the 300s, and I haven't gotten the new DRZ out here, but it's definitely a lot more comfortable on the freeway than the old DRZ. For sure. For sure. There's a guy on a GS. What's up, GS guy? That's a freeway test. I don't know what else you want to know here, but it's fine but not amazing, which is about what you'd expect. Let's get in the Dork chopper and fly to Mexico and do a top speed test. So here we are in Mexico, the Dork copter. It was a quick flight. It's a very fast helicopter, like Airwolf. You guys remember Airwolf. It's like that, but even faster. So we're here in Mexico on a closed course, and a lot of you commented last time that Mexico looks a lot like Oregon, the farmland in Oregon, and I just have to say, you're a very astute observer, because this is actually a part of northern Mexico called Little Oregon, and they named it that because it looks so much like Oregon, and the Willamette Valley in particular. But if you will look around, those of you who are concerned about breaking the law, I can see for a mile in every direction, so the only person I'm really endangering if I'm riding fast is myself. And that's the way I like it when I do this kind of thing. Anyway, now that we're in Mexico, let's do the test everyone's super interested in seeing. Let's do the acceleration and top speed test. I'm just going to turn around. We'll take this road because it's less busy than the other one here in Mexico. All right, so helmet down. I am not a professional race rider. I'm not going to go as fast as maybe some of you would, but I will accelerate as fast as I can. This bike has had the first oil change done and it's well warmed up, so it couldn't be safer than right now. So let's see what we can do. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we're hitting that rev limiter. That's 60. Full tuck, obviously. All right, I will switch to the other camera, but you're just gonna have to trust me. 87, 88, 88 miles an hour. Come on, baby, you can do 90. 90, hell yeah, 90 kilometers per hour, wink. 91. What if we go down to 5th? Can we go faster? Nope, no. All right, so at least with me on it right here, we might be into the wind, so I'm gonna try one in the other direction in a minute. But with me on it right here, 90 is about as fast as I can go. Keep in mind, I'm heavier and wider than the average rider, so you might be able to squeeze 93, 94 out of it. Again, kilometers per hour, of course, and we are on a closed course in Mexico. This is really all a simulation. Isn't all of life a simulation? I read that somewhere. Anyway, we'll give it one more shot up here around the corner. Okay, top speed and acceleration test, take 2. This time it's in off-road mode. I don't know if the map is different or not, but just in case. Oh my God. Or it could just die when I give it gas. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, 85, 88, 89, 91, 92, 93, 94, 96, 97, 98, 99. Not gonna get there. Oh, do it! It won't. All right, 99's as fast as we can go. Pretty good. So full tuck, not into the wind. With a tailwind, you might be able to get it up to 100 kilometers per hour. But that's it. That's what you're getting on this bad boy. So faster than any 300 dual sport I've ever ridden. There are some definite advantages to this platform. And the conclusion I'm leaning towards is that just makes the adventure the right choice for a lot of people. I'm not really sure who this bike is for, but we'll keep testing it until we figure it out. Or until we get to 1,000 miles and could do our full review. So let me know if you have any questions about the 390 Enduro R. That's your freeway acceleration and top speed test. And make sure you're subscribed for more 390 Enduro R content, including the full review, which is coming soon. And there's a bunch of stuff in the playlist already. Took it on the Oregon VDR, like I said, took it up on the expert section. So it's seen some stuff. So check that out if you're looking for more on the 390 Enduro R. And please consider subscribing, because I'm the dork in the road. And I want to be your internet riding buddy. And I'm better than your regular riding buddies because I come with a mute button. Thank you for watching. And please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.